violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
The news of Kip Morial Middle School teacher Courtez Hall dying at 33 sent an emotional blow throughout the school and disheartened those who knew him.
I still don't understand why somebody, like of all people, why him?
Friends and loved ones say that he was found dead in Mexico City, and the news hit Chelsea Jackson hard when she was on duty as a nurse.
Wow.
When I found out, I just froze. Like I had to go in the bathroom and just burst into tears. I couldn't even attend to my patient because I was like very hurt.
And since the news came out, a group chat of around 75 people have been sharing their memories of the former Target employee, choir singer, and so much more.
Dang. So, listen up, passport bros. I mean, the brother went to Mexico City. Looks like he got an Airbnb. The thing about these Airbnbs in different countries is that everybody in that city that you're going to knows it's an Airbnb. So y'all are a clean lick. You're a quick lick. They know that you don't know the area. They know that you don't know the residence that you are staying by. And they're going to take advantage of that. So I would be interested to see which Airbnb in Mexico City it was, because that joint needs to be flagged. It's a no-go zone. You don't want to stay there. I know Airbnbs are, it's a good way to earn revenue from your property, and then it's convenient because you get a larger space in a hotel, presumably. But at the same time, there are some safety precautions that need to be taken. There are some issues when it comes to security because of the turnover in tenants at these locations.
One of the nicest people, coolest people you'd ever meet.
And while we're working to find out more details about what led up to Hall's death here at Kip Morial, his school family says that he's going to be missed after having such a big impact on the student body just 1 year on the job.
I always tell people Courtez is the type of person that he leaves a lasting impression on your heart.
And as the family mourns for their loss and wait for more details about Hall's death, his friends share their thoughts and their prayers.
They raised a really good young man. His time here on earth was short. His memory will last forever.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Quavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Balloon release held this afternoon at Kip Morial School in the New Orleans East area after a teacher there died last weekend while on vacation in Mexico. And tonight, the mother of Courtez Hall desperately seeking answers in the death of her only son. His family says that he and two of his friends were found dead in their vacation rental home.
And now they are still waiting to learn about the circumstances surrounding the deaths while also working to bring their bodies back home. WDSU News reporter Shay O'Connor joins.
And they could have got finessed by one of these broads set up. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm gonna leave the country, the first thing I'm gonna do when I touch down is get my hands on a firearm. At this point, I don't care if it's illegal. I need some protection because these Burrito Gremlins are on demon time.
Joins us with the very latest on the situation. Shay?
Yeah, family tells me Courtez Hall was a 7th grade history teacher right here at KIPP in New Orleans East. Now, his mom, Ciola Hall, tells me she received the news on Monday, her birthday, when the U.S. Embassy called.
I don't know. It's hurting. It's a hurtful thing. I'm not getting any sleep. It's sleep off and on, waking up all through the night. And I think I'll just feel much better if he was just back home.
Ciola Hall and her children say it's an agonizing time as they wait for answers.
They don't know what happened to my child. They are under investigation with it. And that's all they can tell us.
Courtez Hall is a New Orleans native. We're told his 2 friends were from Virginia. Hall's mom says the group traveled to the capital city of Mexico for a short trip over the Halloween weekend. Now relatives are desperately trying to piece together just what happened to the trio. All they have right now are bits and pieces.
There was a male and a female. All 3 had gone over. And the female, she was able to contact her boyfriend to let him know that that she couldn't feel her legs. Her legs were numb. She couldn't move her legs.
Uh-oh, it sounds like scopolamine. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's I think I'm pronouncing it right, but it's a herb that they use in Latin America to incapacitate individuals in order to rob them. You know, it happens very often. You have to use precaution because you can get finessed overseas. So I hope the passport bros are definitely taking notes. It can be a very dangerous situation when you're out here dealing with these foreign women.
And she said, and she, kept throwing up.
And the family says it's been a real challenge getting Hall and his friends' bodies back to the United States.
When someone unfortunately passes abroad, it's a language barrier, and then it's not a lot of information that they give you over the phone.
Yeah, and there's not you're not entitled to a speedy trial like you are in the United States, even though these trials we know are not that speedy, especially since the pandemonium. These courts are still backed up and trying to catch up with these cases that they have. But the system works way better in the States than anywhere else. I mean, I wouldn't say anywhere else, but especially these Latin American countries, South American countries. You're going to have a hard time getting details, getting an autopsy in a timely manner, coroner's report, crime scene information, police reports. You're going to have a hard time getting all those documents because, like she said, the language barrier and the respect barrier. Oh, these Americans. I mean, they look at you different for sure.
I just found out Monday, and I feel like as of Monday, we haven't gotten to nowhere.
The hope for the Hall family to find out exactly what happened to the guy they say had a love for history, music, traveling, and his family, and to get him home for a proper burial. His mom had a message for other parents in the hopes that this won't happen to anyone else's child.
Parents, please talk to your children. Please, when they are going out of the United States, please talk to them. Let them know that they need to be aware of what could happen.
Now, as you can imagine, teachers, staff...
And that's within the United States, too. He could have been deleted in a very different manner in New Orleans, but I do agree with her. You have to be very careful when traveling. These guys, they'll go overseas and then get on Tinder and meet up with the first bad chick that they match with. and that's a recipe for disaster.
Staff and students here at KIPP all devastated at the loss of their beloved teacher. And we did reach out to the U.S. Embassy on the situation. They sent us a statement that reads in part, "We can confirm the death of 3 U.S. citizens in Mexico. We're closely monitoring local authorities' investigation into the cause of death. We stand ready to provide all appropriate assistance. Out of respect for the privacy of the families, we have nothing further to add at this time." We also reached out to the owners of the home where I'm told the group was renting from. At this time, we have not heard back. Reporting from New Orleans East, Shay O'Connor, WDSU News.
And a lot of these Airbnb owners will have you set up. They'll say, hey, I got a new tenant coming in. Do your worst.
Shay, thank you. WDSU has also reached out to Troy Carter, Congressman Troy Carter, Governor John Bel Edwards' office, just to see if they're doing anything to help Hall's remains get back to the United States.
And Gina, you know, both offices say that they are aware of what happened, and they say they are working with the family right now.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.